Hello again and welcome to another Thursday Live here at the Association of PEMF Professionals. I am Dr. Jerry Dreessen, the Executive Director here at the AOPP, and we have another great topic to go with today, and it is all about how to attract new clients. And also, even if they've never heard of PEMF, and those of you that have been on this journey with us know that PEMF is one of the amazing things that are out there that very little people know about. And our goal as the International Association of PEMF Professionals is to flip that so that there are a lot of people that know about PEMF and are looking for you. So how do you get in front of these people? How do you educate people? How do you grow your business in human and animal world? So those are some of the things that I want to cover today. And basically how to attract new clients even if they've never heard of PEMF. So I'm sure you've had that aunt or uncle where they, jump in, interrupt the speech, and they'll say, you know what, you should try this. I've got a friend who does blank. And that's kind of the tribe that you want to start creating, are your clients who are going to be your best promoters of you and what you have. And so educating them as well is another part of this. But for you yourself, how do you go about doing those things? So let's dive in here. There we go. So if you ever feel like you're explaining PEMF from scratch every single day, so our goal is to help you find these new clients through clear messaging, education, and of course, compliance-friendly marketing that builds trust. So clients fall into three categories: those that are unaware, those that are curious, and those that are ready. And oftentimes that's the journey they take before they'll pull the trigger and say, I want to try this out. So we are trying to find these groups where you can talk. I've done live events at nutritional places. I've been a speaker for lots of different groups, networking groups, our nutritional stores, online recorded videos, webinars, all kinds of things to get the word out there. But also what you want to be able to do is to cultivate these new leads and connect where they are already engaging. So just think, or even list down, what are some local events that are going on? Are there any horse shows or wellness expos, social media groups, community boards, referral networks? There's probably, if you're on Facebook right now, there's probably some community boards or community networking where you can begin to talk about these things too. And we'll talk a little bit about some of the things that you can do. But again, consistency is it. So if you can once a week create a 30-second video of yourself using PEMF on somebody or something, then that's what we would want you to do, because it's that consistency. So, I want to say hi to Barbara. Hi, Barbara. Thank you for joining me this morning. Hope things are going well for you in Pennsylvania. So to cultivate the new leads, again, partner with professionals who serve your ideal clients. So who are the haymakers in your circle that can get you in front of other people or can speak of you, or you can give them a stack of cards and they can promote you as well. Veterinarians, trainers, chiropractors, gym owners. And then you can also use lead platforms. So there are newsletters. So if there's a chiropractor that has a newsletter, you can say, hey, can I get in your newsletter and talk about my product? Or community newsletters. There's all kinds of great ways that you can get in on the shirt tails of somebody else that's already doing some type of promotion. You can sponsor teams, barns, clinics. High schools have posters. High schools have newspapers or newsletters that they do as part of their, publicists, or I don't know how many high schools you have in your area, but again, if you can get in there, or even maybe have them do an interview on you on what this is all about. So again, you can get some free publicity, but even putting together the who, what, when, where, why, and how of your business, and sending that out as a email to the local news areas, they might pick it up and do a piece on it. So we had a news agency come out and film during a PEMF convention with one of the companies that's one of our sponsors, and it was a news crew that came out. So I mean, that's some great publicity right there if you can get something like that. Next, we have I would call it the acute playbook. So this could be anywhere from days or weeks, but it's all about getting out there and helping people where the goal is to calm and protect the areas that are injured. So it's like, well, when should I use PEMF? Well, there's, we've got the acute, we've got the chronic, we've got the maintenance. So again, the acute playbook, the aim is to reduce irritability, edema, and protect sleep and movement, short, frequent, brief sessions, avoiding the super high power over the symptom site, and then also the driver region. So, here's where the pain is, but like if it's an arm, so if it's the wrist, can you go further up the ulnar nerve? Can you go into the shoulder, into the brachial plexus? Those kinds of things. So referral nerves and hydration, gentle range of motion while they're going through it. Make sure they're getting some good healing sleep, and then no heavy stacking as far as using the joint or the area. And again, this is our one of the playbooks that we talk about. And if you go back through our previous Facebook lives, you'll see some of these things too. But how to speak and educate each group. So again, with the unaware group, you want to start with a broad wellness of education. So use appropriate terms like cellular energy or natural recovery or non-invasive wellness. Those are some really good buzzwords to put together. Those of you that do like Instagram or TikTok, those are some really good titles to have in what you're talking about, but lead with curiosity. Like, have you ever heard of PEMF? And share basic visuals of everyday examples, comparing it to stretching or massaging. I often tell people one of the amazing things about PEMF is that it's not electrical. Electrical has to contact your skin. You don't have to gown up. You don't have to attach this to your skin. It goes right on top of your clothing, which makes it really nice to have in a clinic setting. Patients don't have to gown up, go into a special room. They can just sit over off to the side and have PEMF done while they're watching all the other things going on. So it takes very little real estate to set up a wellness place inside a clinic for healthcare professionals. How to speak and educate each group for the curious. So once the curiosity has been piqued, so offer simple benefit-focused explanations. So you can share short videos. If you've already got videos going on, you can create a QR code that takes them right to that video. There's lots of apps that are out there. If you don't know how to do that, let us know. We can point you in that direction too. Even mini demos. So you can say, oh, by the way, I'm having a open house, or I'm doing a free group session on this date at this place. If you're interested, here's the details. Again, you're starting to sell yourself and also promote your business. Some phrasing that you can use is, this helps muscles and tissues recover naturally without drugs or downtime, and which is a really great buzzword phrase to have at your disposal in your brain to pull out and to be able to phrase it like that. But a focus on outcomes rather than the technology itself. If you're like me, You love getting into the geek side of it, and that'll put people to sleep unless they are a fellow geek. So oftentimes approach with caution that you don't overwhelm somebody's brain or ears with your knowledge of the technology. And then also speak to and educate with each group as far as those that are ready. So provide specifics and social proof. If you are, due diligence, you're growing your business, you can have a card again with QR codes on it that take people to research. You can have pamphlets that have the research, that quote the research, that have links to the research. Oftentimes, people they're kind of afraid to move forward on something they don't know about unless they see somebody else already using it, or that there are other knowledgeable people that, that say, yes, this does exist. We are using it for this. Here's our results from it. So those are some things where they don't want to be the first person to try this. So it's oftentimes once they see it being used by somebody else, or that there are other organizations doing research on it, then that is one more way of getting them to jump in and become a client. And again, people buy what they understand. So keep explanations short and benefit driven. For example, I help horses recover faster between events, or I help work dogs, I help work animals, I help humans, I help athletes. You can put your buzzword in there of what you're targeting. Recover faster between events. I help people that sit in front of the computer all day long, 9 to 5, working on the computer, approach the next day recovered and ready and refreshed for the next day. So those are some things that you can do without promising, like, I promise to get rid of your low back pain with one session. So I help people move better and feel their best naturally. So again, I like dropping the word naturally in there. That definitely helps out. So build trust before they buy. Show professionalism and transparency. Use education instead of hype. Share stories about relaxation, recovery, or comfort. Never medical claims. So example phrasing is that it supports recovery and relaxation, not treats arthritis. So if you want to bounce back the word arthritis to them, it will help support recovery and relaxation. It will help. Yes, I can help your dog with arthritis by using PEMF because it will help reduce the pain and inflammation, if you want to get into that. But then also have that backed up with your research that we have on our website, by the way. Where to advertise your PEMF business. So online has always been there. Google Business, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. And these are all free places where you can drop it, your Google Business profile. These are all places where you can drop your content and have it all interlinked so that people see you, tag it for your city, tag it for your event, and then also local directories. And as far as offline, there's, again, shows, horse shows, pet expos, wellness fairs. If you can get, up on the reader board in a PetSmart, those kinds of things. Reader boards outside of stores or even inside stores. They've got those giant cork boards where you can put your business card. And again, I really like QR codes because people can scan them. And then if your QR code, when they scan it, it's a video of you saying, hey, thanks for scanning my QR code. What I want to do is spend 30 seconds talking about PEMF. And then off you go and you talk about it. So it's, you can use it as a way of posting a 30-second commercial that you can do. But again, getting in with wellness fairs, local partnerships, vet trainers, gyms. If you can target your business to do 3 external and 3 internal events every month, and your goal is to fill your calendar up, like right now, October should be filled. November, there's already events that are happening that may already be filled up. So in essence, you are really looking at January, February, March to get into some of these expos, because now is when they're booking those out. So if you can get into those spots, that would be good. But again, consistency matters more than reach. And then market safely and compliantly. So make sure what you're saying is inside that FDA guidance. So medical devices only claim cleared indications. There are people that are out there that say, oh, by the way, this also cures blank. Don't be that person. You can say there's research being done now on how PEMF can help reverse blank. You can say those things and produce that literature because that is the truth, and that's what you want to be. You want to be the truth. So again, supports recovery, enhances relaxation, and then also include the disclaimers, but avoid disease names or treatment claims. If you just follow that slide right there, you'll do fine. And then increase your visibility. So post short educational content, behind the scenes stories, and ethical testimonials. So if I were to back up again, hey, we're out here today with Mrs. Johnson where she's got a bad shoulder, and we're going to enhance the relaxation of the muscle tissues by using PEMF for 10 minutes, and that kind of a thing. So you can see how we're swapping these things back and forth to build up that know, like, and trust about you and your business. Encourage reviews and collaborations. Be consistent and approachable. Again, visibility builds credibility. But also make sure that you have, again, your Google business profile set up, and that people that are happy with you, that you ask them to go and leave a review. They need to have a Gmail account in order to do that. But if you can start building up the number of 5 stars you have, it's going to be a no-brainer when somebody is looking for you. They find you and they see that other people have used you and that they're happy with your service. We got Joanne. So all the way from Florida. Hi, Joanne. Thanks for jumping on. Glad to see you here today. So create the first experience. So offer a try it session or have a demo day. Again, if you've got some following, you've got some people that are curious, you can say, hey, what is this, October? So middle of November, I've got a demo day. I'd love to have you come, and it's a short presentation on it. You can try it for free, see what you think. If 6 weeks is too far out, then have something going on for the weekend. Or again, I use PetSmart as an example, but if you could say, hey, can I bring PEMF in and have it be a special demo day, and you can bring your people in with their pets and they can try it out. And again, it's a way for them to bring their people in to buy product. So it's a great win-win. You get to do this demo, and they get to build their business too. So again, focus on how clients or animals feel relaxed, recharged. They're up and running around, puts the pup back in the dog kind of thing, but also follow up afterwards. Follow up. Hey, thanks. I had a great time. Do you have another one coming up that I can be a part of? Those are the types of things. Or you can even say, hey, I've got a weekend in December. If you guys want to do this again, I'm available. So always end with a schedule to meet again. So that's part of action business selling, where you are ending your meeting with a calendared meet again. So you're constantly building that and keeping that momentum going. And that's what makes rebooking a lot easier too. Also be aware that if you're doing some health fairs, that the people in charge of that often get swapped out. So your contact person may not be there next time. So that's why it's always good to keep them in your pipeline of touching bases with them, because they may get replaced and that person has no idea who you are, and you have to do a re-education system again. So the takeaways I think today for you would be, again, clarity, being able to explain PEMF simply. We've got some really good examples there for you. With your events, show up regularly. If there's a place where you go, if there's a market, there's a Saturday market, and you can get a booth there and set up and run PEMF. Be there consistently, because somebody's going to go, oh, I want to take you to the market today because there's this person that does PEMF. And if that's the day that for whatever reason you decide not to be there, again, you're building this who you are, where you are, so that people can come and see you, and that consistency will help you build your business. And again, follow FDA rules. We've got some really good, as a member, we've got a really good checklist that you use when people are coming in. Again, it helps you show people how professional you are when you take them through this. So those are some great wins that you can do. And I just wanted to jump in and say hi to Angie. Yeah, Angie, welcome. We love helping people out. That's what we're all about, right? And again, compliance and building trust through education. So my challenge to you is to consume what we just talked about and just take one of those things and make it a challenge, and take one small action this week to improve your visibility. Whether it's posting on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's going online and checking the areas out around you that have events or chiropractors, or the human side or the animal side. Find out where you can go to get a list of events or fairs around your area, and start making contacts with people. Look at who's around you for networking groups or the chambers. Those are really great places to start. Get a speaking event. There's Rotaries that are always looking for speakers. So if you could be a speaker at a Rotary meeting, those are some fun things that you can do too. So with that, how to attract new clients. Hopefully we've given you some pieces of advice that you can start using, and you can start building your business. And speaking of building your business, we have coming up here in November, save the date, November 5th and 6th. That is our PEMF Con. That's where we talk about, everything PEMF. We've got some great speakers lined up. Those of you that have attended in the past know how powerful this is when you get to talk to people that are in the business, people that are building machines, people that are, the science behind PEMF. It's a great immersive in all things PEMF, and you are invited to come join us. And you can go to our website, PEMFprofessionals.com/PEMFcon-2025. The link is up. And I'm not sure, last time I looked, I didn't see it as a clickable link on the main page, but we're getting that set up. We've already got a bunch of you that have joined. So tell your friends often, but let's make this be a well-attended event. Again, those of you that have already joined, thank you for doing that. And you can pass the word along, become a member today. You can get in, and also you can use some of that, your membership to going towards the PEMF Con, I believe. And Lauren and we haven't nailed that down yet. And just a couple of comments in here, Barbara. Thank you. And we've got a repeat visitor. Great. So somebody had talked about, and Kimberly asked this as far as portable power. And there is those of you that are using it, and I've heard this before too, but there's a really good product, the Jackery Power Source. It'll actually power your house during an outage, but those are really good too. So you can definitely do that, and yeah, check that out. I think we got everybody here. And finally, what can you do? Again, If you have any questions or tips, send them our way. Take today's video that you see. We're on YouTube, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, and share that with your groups so that we are getting broadcast out there. We're 10xing what we're doing today through your efforts. And thank you so much. Get the word out, because there are lots of people out there that are looking for what we have. And again, to discover us and who we are and what we're all about. Again, our goal as PEMF users was to create an international membership that helps teach people the right way with best practices, so that we don't have a third-party government regulator coming in and saying you can't do this because you don't know what you're doing. Where we go, yes, we do. We've got an educational system and a certification system, and we've got members that are using best practices. So thank you again so much for your time today, and I look forward to sharing even more great things with the AOPP. And you can see in the comments below, there's still a little bit more discussion going on with power devices. So with that, I will leave you to enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you very much.